I don't know if I'm live yet, guys. This shit always takes a fucking billion years. Billions of fucking years. So, I guess I'm live. So, hi. I don't know if I'm live. Welcome to another episode of No One Gives a Shit. Am I live yet? Yeah, guys. Welcome to another episode of No One Gives a Shit. Except for trolls that have nothing better to do but to try to bother some old man. Fucking son of a bitch. I've gotten so fucking ugly with age. I have not aged well. Can you guys fucking believe this used to be me? Let me show you some fucking shit. And you'll be like, no, that wasn't you, dude. No, that wasn't. That was me in my late 20s, looking like fucking Kid Rock on steroids. I used to be buff as fuck, you know. That was me at age 22. All buff as fuck, yeah. I used to actually get hot chicks and shit. No one cares. I'm not here. Like, I was a martial artist my whole life. Nobody fucking cares, but I'm trying to stay awake. I'm working on a day off. And, I no longer, I give a shit about my job. I just don't give a shit in general. Like, holy fuck, dude. Well, this show or this episode is about finding your purpose in life, right? But before that, I'm gonna go on some tangents. I already forgot the fuck I was talking about. Oh yeah, I started giving a fuck, dude. I started really giving a fuck about like God and country and shit. And I magically lost a shitload of weight. I'm fat right now only because like I usually have like people think I do meth because I'm always mad. And like tomorrow, right? If I go on a jog and if I hit the bag and shit, I'll wake up the next morning ripped as fuck, dude. Like ripped, jacked, and tan, dude. And then I have to eat regular American food because of the recession right now and the economy sucks. And I sit in restaurants and eat like normal people food like over and over and over to like show that I'm not trying to loiter as I study fucking shit that no one cares about. But yeah, so some people's purpose in life is to like raise some kids and have a family or some shit. Or to be like a human tool or like a human ATM machine for some eventual alimony thriving bar rat cougar that's like taking his truck to go have physicality with Chad and Tyrone. Some other people's purpose is fucking sit there and be goobers and coom out, and then when they get bored they come and troll guys like me that are just trying to give a fuck about society and help people. My purpose in life was I was supposed to hunt, kill, and prove that a cryptid called, hold on, the Riverside Bridge Monster. So, okay, let me tell you guys something here, okay? Either you're like religious or atheist or agnostic or superstitious, right? Atheist people are the most boring sons of bitches in the fucking world. And, I have a relative that they say they're religious, but they're really atheists. Because when I try to bring up this shit, they think I'm crazy. They don't want to hear it. I had like sleep paralysis for 22 years, not every night, you know, but like the religious people in my family, because they're fucking Protestants, they don't want to hear that shit. Oh, you're mentally weak, or dude, okay. Like, you believe in spirits and the afterlife and Jesus was raised from the dead. But I just made up a fucking story. We have a fucking poltergeist, huh? Whatever, dude. So, I don't know. Some people say I pay too much attention to that shit, so it's just in my mind. I think that like, I think people like me, they seen something paranormal in their life. So for the rest of their life, they have their eyes open, and then by the time they live to be 1 billion years old, like me, maybe only 5% of what they saw was credible, and they just went crazy on the rest that was in their mind. I'll concede that's possible, but I know what I saw, and I know like the preternatural world exists. And atheists are boring as shit because we live in a world where like all the conspiracy theorists are fucking been proven right. Like the elites of this world bathe in baby guts for stem cells and immortality while worshiping Baal and Moloch in the Bible. Like, that's pretty much been proven. There's this huge thing called a Hadron Collider in Switzerland that's built on or near the site where they used to worship Apollyon or Abaddon, which is in the book of Revelation, the destroyer. Then the god of the destroying, Shiva, a statue was given to that CERN, and the people who made CERN basically admit it's a huge Ouija board contacting different dimensions. And then atheist people sit there and coom out because they have a worldview that everything's boring and natural, and it's called naturalist materialism, where you're basically a boring fucking goober and you don't believe in anything metaphysical. So you can't reason with that shit. So now that the Pentagon has to like admit, even if it's a distraction or not, that like aliens exist, if you believe they're fucking aliens or demons or interdimensional, whatever you believe, the Pentagon is conceding that there's something other than humans that has consciousness that exists besides us. So I don't think it's really out of the realm of possibility at this stage of history that shit like the Loch Ness Monster or Bigfoot or the Riverside Bridge Monster exists. So I got really into survival knives, and call me crazy. I guess I'm really immature. My purpose in life was to find and hunt and prove that the Riverside Bridge Monster exists. And God willing, I'm never going to do it now because I don't want to be in this state that long, because it only emerges like in November, December. Somebody said MAGA. That's funny. Make America goy again. That's what MAGA stands for. Make America goyim again. Um, at that same time of year, November, December, there's a bunch of fucking kick-ass wild boars over by where the Riverside Bridge Monster is. It's basically the Santa Ana River. I've been talking about the Santa Ana River. We used to go hiking there a lot, and they're trying to close it off, supposedly for your safety, wildlife preserve. It's bullshit. The government is cock blocking everybody from having fun, dude. They don't want people going and getting free food, hunting wild boar, or teaching their kids how to shoot bow and arrows for free. You got to do that where a bunch of other smelly, loud people go, like and pay a tax to the government. I don't know where you get to hunt wild boar anymore. Like, I have a mechanic who grew up hunting. We were gonna go on a hunting trip, and they totally utterly closed off where he used to go hunt billy goats or some shit. Whatever. The government is cock blocking us all from having fun. I'm always ranting about that, but this is different. We're gonna, right now, so I can stay awake, we're gonna talk about the Riverside Bridge Monster. So no one gives a shit about me, but maybe this will make you laugh. I think this is funny. Like, I'm cognizant enough to know I'm crazy, but at least I'm benevolent. So like, whenever I do commit homicide, that person really deserved it. Like, there was some Epstein chomo They're some fucking goy slayer, and I saved the whole world. I helped save the whole world by forcing everybody to abide by the Constitution. Yeah, you get the point. One could dream, right? I'll probably never get around to it, but so what was I gonna say? I think it's really funny, dude, because a person like me, people like me aren't supposed to be alive anymore. We're supposed to get clapped by like drugs and alcohol, or walking into a gang fight or something stupid. I know you don't give a shit. I I am the real life Casey Jones from the Ninja Turtles. I didn't even watch like a whole episode of Ninja Turtles, dude. Like I like I grew up in that era. I had friends that really liked the Ninja Turtles. I played the fucking video game on regular Nintendo, right? But nah, dude, I did not really. I cared more about at that age. I cared more about action movies that had blood and tits. I didn't care about wholesome shit like the Ninja Turtles. I get older and I realize because I'm like Gen X and heavy metal and shit, I am the real life motherfucking Rex Kwando ass fucking what's that called? Casey Jones from the fucking Ninja Turtles, dude. Like what the fuck? I can't even. No, I'm gonna even incriminate myself, dude. There's other fucking idiosyncrasies that I've ran into life that are such sheer fucking coincidence. They're not coincidence. They boggle my mind. This is a tangent, dude. I just stole this slut from some dude named Jesse, right? I was a young man, and then with the slut, we got a new apartment, and our roommates had the exact same fucking name. So like I was dating some chick named Kat, and I dumped her for Slut, and then Slut had this dude I stole her from named Jesse, and our next roommates are called Kat and Jesse, and then we saw a UFO. Total tangent. Everything that comes out of my mouth is like, what the fuck is this guy? I know, dude. There's so like you understand, you guys had structure your whole life. You had curfews, you had to be home, you had to watch TV, you had to do what your parents said. I didn't have parents. I didn't have rules. I didn't have to go to school. I just wandered around and came upon some shit. And a person like me being Rex Kwando ass fucking crazy, what the fuck is this guy talking about? Incoherent ramblings and shit. If you told me like, you should like go to church, meet a good wife, and settle down, have a family and a good job, I'd be like, that's like fucking rocket surgery or brain science, dude. But if you told a person like me, like, you should win the lottery, learn how to shred guitar like Van Halen, and find the Riverside Bridge monster or Bigfoot, kill it, and get famous on the Joe Rogan podcast, I go, now that's a practical good idea. So I spent a good majority of whenever, believe it or not, I used to make money, dude. I had no life and no energy. And instead of saving that money or investing in Bitcoin, I realized real quick, I'm like, I'm not intelligent enough to use this as a springboard to become a real adult. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna teach myself how to sharpen knives and hunt the Riverside Bridge monster. Voila, the Santa Ana River's closed as fuck. How you doing, White Morpheus? That's a fucking badass thing. You win the fucking. I can't believe my eyes could actually see that. Yeah, dude. I could. I usually need glasses. That's the fucking coolest thing. I'd buy you a fucking beer just for having that name, dude. That's fucking cool. Hey, I apologize. I'm boring. I'm rambling to stay awake. Riverside Bridge monster. Okay. So, long story short, I'm trying to show you the picture and shit. like about 70 or 80 years ago. That's not a bad. That's a bad picture. Like, okay, what I just said, guys, is, you ever heard of CERN in Switzerland? Now we have aliens and shit, and now that the government admitted there's extra dimensions, all that shit. So all I'm here to say is, I'll read your comment in a minute. Uh, no, I'm not. I'm not there, man. Uh, River. I'm Riverside and San Bernardino County are in conjunction, but no, I'm just here fucking sad that I never accomplished my goal, dude. I was trying to find the. Okay, here's a picture of it. I saved it. Here's another. It's not a real picture of it. It's a fucking like sketch drawing of what people think it is. Okay, so like about 70 or 80 years ago. God damn it, man. Fuck, dude. I can't. I'm too boomer tard to use a fucking phone, dude. Shut the fuck up and just download the fucking picture. God, I hate this fucking century, man. So, 70 or 8, god damn it. You can't even fucking zoom in on it, you fucking piece of shit. So, whatever the fuck that is, okay, is it gonna come into focus? Whatever. So, 70 or 80 years ago, back to back, 2 consecutive days, people that allegedly didn't know each other, they showed signs of scratch marks on their vehicle, reported that some kind of fucking alien-headed, tall, long, gangly shit attacked them in their car. And then a year later, that same description of whatever fucking monster or prehistoric animal that's still alive was spotted in Colorado. And for some years now, I have been traversing, basically finding my way how to trespass into the Santa Ana River, because it's hard, like how we used to get in there as kids, it's all blocked off and shit. So there's me, a full-grown adult, fit as fuck for my age, spending an entire fucking night. It's exhausting, with a huge fucking backpack, water, food, shit to make a fucking fire, armed with only a fucking knife, dude. Going where there's wild boar and fucking bums with machetes and fucking I already know how people are gonna talk shit. You mean yourself? Like, looking for this fucking monster, dude. So my goal is to get better camera lens. I don't care. Kern County. I used to go to Kern River Valley. Orange Man, Bad Hands. My mom is. I never had a mom, dude. Fucking stupid. You guys are so invalid, man. Not all of you. Some of you are cool. Fuckers like me don't have parents, dude. I was just getting done telling you that shit. Yeah, so I'm the real life Casey Jones from the Ninja Turtles and Rex Kwon Do put together. I didn't even mean for that to happen, guys. I really, really didn't. So, the Riverside Bridge monster, dude. Santa Ana River, there's wild boars there and shit. That place in like the wintertime, like when not January, like November, when December falls, that place is all misty and fucking your mind plays tricks on you, dude. I remember one time I was at the Santa Ana River and I packed so light I didn't bring enough batteries for my flashlight, my headlamp, and that shit started going out on me. And I assume what I'm hearing in the distance is wild boars fighting with each other, squealing and everything. I guess when they dig in the ground with their snout, they make ugly ass noises. They're trying to eat like roots and worms or something. And the noise of them fighting over food or whatever they're doing in the distance, in the distant abysmal fog, my headlamp going out, and I can't make a fire on time, dude. it drove me insane, dude. I was trying to ignore it. Every time they would squeal and make noises, my fucking whole being would would tell me a mountain lion's there eating the fucking pig. A mountain lion's I can't make this goddamn fire, dude. And I gave up on the mission. I bitched out. I was like, fuck, you could go insane there, dude. Like, I don't, cool shit, man. I like that kind of shit. It's adventure, but yeah, dude, that was fucking exhilarating and a half, man. What else? So I'm just rambling, dude. Shit's fucking badass. One time I was at the Santa Ana River and fucking it was so dark and misty. You flash a flashlight and it's falling on mist that's reflecting back in your eyes. So I can't use the flashlight. I turn that shit off, and all you can see is like there's not a lot of there's more like reeds and tall. There was somehow trees there where I was at, because it's usually like I don't know. There's trees like I don't want to say palm trees. The vegetation there isn't really commensurate for fires. And so they do have a lot of shit you have to cut your way through. But all you could see was a dark ass purple sky. I guess it was a moonless night. A dark ass purple sky with like a tree line, dude. And then you're flashing the light and it fucking blinds you and shit. And it's fucking mortifying, dude. So I can totally imagine something like the Riverside Bridge monster would really fucking exist there, dude. And as I stated, you guys weren't here to hear it. At this time in history, with the government announcing fucking UFOs, and CERN is admitting that we talk to different fucking dimensions and shit, right? It's not out of the realm of possibility that like Bigfoot, the Loch Ness fucking monster, and the Riverside Cryptids, it's not out of the realm of possibility that these things exist. You guys ever heard of Mothman? You guys ever saw that movie Jeepers Creepers? Fucking cool shit, man. So let's see how people are talking shit now. The OG Scotland. Hey, how you doing, True Blue? Scotland's badass, dude. I wear shorts all the time because the movie Braveheart, they wear kilts in the freezing wintertime. I'm talking about Southern California, yeah. It's cryptid time. Oh, yeah. Scotland is fucking badass, dude. Fucking like, you can take our lives, but you can't take our freedom. Like, I fucking love that movie, dude. I love the first half of the movie where they're killing shit and mogging on fools. Then when he starts hooking up with chicks and finding love again and shit, and he starts to get killed and clapped and shit, it's sad. I kind of don't watch the second half of Braveheart, except for that's the part where he smashes somebody's face in with a mace, dude. You know, I don't know if you guys, the islands of Scotland, fuck yeah, dude. You're a real man. You ever saw The Simpsons? Groon's Caper Willie? Fucking bad motherfucker too, dude. I have some kind of Scotch-Irish blood on my mom's side and shit. They're from Appalachia. Fuck was I saying? Yeah, so I never wear... I only wear shorts. I don't wear pants because I watched the movie Braveheart and they wear kilts in the freezing-ass winter and it helps you kick people in the face. And California's hot as hell anyways. So I rather wear shorts all the fucking time. And what else, dude? Fucking Scottish people are badass. They're like some of the toughest fucks in the world. They could throw axes and shit. Oh, I don't know if you guys are too young to miss the 20th century, but there's the best movies are brutal, justified violence, dude. Like where the movie is the movie has a bad guy that you can't wait to see him get clapped. And when he finally does, it's as bloody and fucking horrific and as torturous as possible. So I don't mean the virtue signal, but you guys, right? You're guys, you have testosterone, you eat meat like me, modern women piss you off. Wouldn't it be like a dream come true to kill, smash, and brutally torture the Epstein Chomo motherfuckers, the goddamn aristocracy that makes everything so goddamn expensive by fucking with Iran and serving the goddamn fucking Jews for no good fucking reason, making all us die in the Middle East and fucking waste all our money over there for no fucking reason, so we can live like shit and fund their Epstein Island vacations. So when you guys finally join my Christian biker gang, remember, you don't have to be Christian. You just have to love the American Constitution and want to kill chomos. When you finally get to kill chomos, you get to unleash all your wrath and all your pent up anger, and like, you know, your chick broke up with you, like your mom threw away your favorite video game or something, and you just get to fucking commit medical and war atrocities on these fucking chomos. Like I got spine problems, dude. You ever been stuck in traffic and you're like, fuck these people, dude, and like, you know, they're on your way and shit, superfluous prosimians, and then there should be a billboard like, oh, hey, got some pent up steam, come to this theme park, you know, $20 today, beat up a chomo, right? And you kick them around. Also, like, if we had these theme parks where you get to beat up fucking chomos, it could help new recruits to the Army or Marines, like these good kids that never been in a fight before. They pass the ASVAB test really good. They're gonna get a good MOS, but they've never been in a fight yet in their life. So you just let them beat the shit out of a fucking cho-cho. Maybe put a shock collar on the cho-cho in case he starts winning the fight. And what else is gonna go with this? I forgot. God damn it. Yes. Oh, somebody asked me if I seen something. I will get around to that. What I've seen that I can't explain. Braveheart was the Bruce, not William Wallace, and the film was historically inaccurate. I'm an absolute madan am out. Okay. So yes, I seen something I can't explain. I don't remember how many days after it was. My mom passed away. My stepbrothers saw it too, but they're too much of fucking nerds and we don't get along. They were like, oh, so I was saying this last night on motherfucking live that no one gives a shit about. I saw an orb before I knew what the fucking orb was. I swear to God, dude, I really seen this shit, right? So what the fuck it looked like? It was a really beautiful spring evening, and there was this I called it a molecule, not shitty you. So at like a perfect 45-degree angle, there's a circle that's the same color as the sky. Before you think it's a balloon or something, let me address that. It's like this, right? Going like this slow, right? Like a fucking bubble going like this. I nudge my stepbrothers. They're pissed off. I tell them to look, and they shut up. And they look, and they're like, oh. When you're looking at it, you can't tell. You can't tell if it's miles and miles away in the sky. And if it is, why isn't it changing any trajectory? If it's like a balloon or something, why isn't the wind altering its trajectory? And then you look at it, you try to look at it, and you're just like, what? You can't tell if it's really far away or if it's only like 16 or 20 feet in the air. You couldn't fucking tell, dude. What the living fuck? And then I had on and off again sleep paralysis for 22 years. The first time I ever had sleep paralysis and I told my friends about it, they went, huh, oh, they went like this. I was like, what? And they wouldn't really tell me the whole story. Like 6 months before I moved into that apartment or whatever, somebody died of a drug overdose in that very room. Other sleep paralysis shit. I was, long story short, some of the things I've seen in my sleep paralysis dreams, I didn't know till years later, watching shit on YouTube, go figure, that they were congruent with pagan lore. Like, this was one time, this chick, she had a Baphomet shirt on, like she was a Satan worshiper. And then all of a sudden, I had a dream of the most hideous owl I've ever seen in my life. Basically talking shit to me in her voice, saying like, I don't know anything about women, blah blah blah. Hold on, I'm trying to crack my neck, dude. I went to the chiropractor and I supposedly have like a pretty fucked up spine, dude. I don't think I have any slip discs, but it's a long story. Um, yeah. So and then I find out there's this demon goddess Lilith that is represented by an owl. It's a demon goddess that fucking pagan chicks, goth chick, whatever, Satan bitches, they venerate that demon. So yeah, crazy shit. I had this job, and I had this one job where an owl, like not every night, but every time it would fly above my vehicle and look me dead in the eyes, it was always 9:46 or 9:48 p.m. 2148 hours, whatever. It was never 9:47. It was never 9:45. It was never 9:43. It was never 9:30. It was always 9:46. What did I say? I don't even really remember. I believe I said it was always two times. Like, the 9:48 for sure, and I think 9:46. It was never. I was so superstitious. I was looking for angel numbers on the clock all the time. Yeah, a lot of stupid shit. A lot of stupid shit, man. They call it pre-list in Orthodox Christianity, like signs. Like I would have I'm gonna make this decision if the clock is 8:56. I go to the clock, the analog clock, and it's really 8:56. I had a premonition one time. Oh, I'm gonna meet some chick at this party, and I know I'm gonna get laid, and that happened. The crazy thing is, I can show you a picture of her. You don't have to believe me that I was with her. I can tell I was meant to marry this bitch. She was she was actually a good woman, dude. I fucked it up. I was really evil back then. I treated her like shit in the sack, and I didn't take her seriously, and she finally got smart to it, and she ditched me, dude. So yeah, whatever. Good for me, right? This is a Latina, beautiful Latinas are a dime a dozen here. And I used to not be this ugly. So, like, fucking, when my hair grows out, no one gives a shit, dude. That was me at my late 20s. So for some reason, when my hair grows out, it's like auburn red. I have some Scotch-Irish genes. Who cares? No one gives a shit, dude. Like, look at my beard right there. My goatee is blonde as fuck. They can't see it. Whatever. No one cares. But yeah. So fucking had a premonition I was gonna hook up with some chick. It was her. I could tell I was meant to marry her, dude. Cause she was like a dental assistant, so she actually had a good job. And she was like, oh, like, we should move in together. Like, I'll help you pay the rent and blah, blah, blah. She didn't care that my car was sucky. Like, no chicks that look that good in California are gonna fuck with a dude like me. Let alone I've only had a cool car twice in my life, and I immediately fucked that up. It worked so fucking hard to dig myself out of the gutter and get a place, and then I didn't care for it no more. The chick was a bitch. She was cheating on me. She got fat, and I left and went back on the road. I had a really different life, dude. People are like, oh, are you a bum that lives out of your car? I'm like, Dude, since 1988, we lived in a liquor store or out of a fucking car, dude. And the only time, like, my dad, he got a state job, a new wife, took the fuck off, and kicked me out of the house at age 13. I didn't care. I was like, yes. I was getting government money because my mother died. I've been on my own since technically 11 years old. I was already 5'10" at 11 years old. I say a lot of shit that doesn't sound believable. I don't care if no one believes me. I worked so fucking hard to get off the streets and got by the time I was in my late 20s, I had a chick. I was a sheet metal welder. I had an apartment. I was supposedly doing really good for myself. I was fucking miserable, dude. I was like, this bitch, the chick, she's not grateful for fuck shit, right? She's not fucking faithful, right? I'm not, my friends are going to pro wrestling school, martial arts school. They're like, having, they're banging chicks. My chick's getting fat. She's a fucking bitch. She doesn't cook or clean. She's home all the fucking time. I have a fucking small refrigerator, and you open it, all it has is Jägermeister and fucking energy drinks and whatever fucking snacks that she eats, right? I was fucking miserable, dude. So what the fuck I did, I fucking ditched that shit, moved back into my car, and spent all my rent money on fucking pro wrestling school, martial arts school. You get the point. I'd have never lived a normal fucking life, dude. I don't know what the fuck that's about, dude. So I guess I'm weird. I don't fucking care, dude. So no one gives a shit, dude. Sausage, bragging the fucking sausage. That shit's fucking annoying, But whatever. Like this is how buff and shit I was at fucking 22 years old. Whatever you fucking picture at, dude. Like, oh yeah, whatever. So believe it or not, that's really me, all buff as fuck, right? 22 years old, going to pro wrestling school and shit. So I'm a pretty big dude, right? And so, see, it says wrestling in the background. Look how big that fucker is, dude. That's like a 7-foot tall giant, dude. So, like, and I'm supposedly a big dude. Like, I had a life, dude. I was like a major patrol officer and shit. Believe it, that really is me. I didn't care. I can't be professional. I could fake being a normal person. Like, oh, I'm Mr. like stoic and strong silent type, and like I can act normal enough to like order food and get the fuck out. And if I approach a subject, a client or whatever, I can act cordial and normal. But being professional and like normal people to me are fucking boring, dude. Like, you don't want to go hunt the Riverside Bridge monster? Then when I started doing some serious ass security, and I was actually making good money, dude. I can tell you what the fuck it was, whatever. Do you think I cared about getting an apartment? Or like, oh man, I could save up for a fly car and start talking to chicks again, eh? No, dude. Instead, I spent so much money on survival knives and camping gear. I could have bought like at least 3 Armalites, dude. I could have bought like 3 or 5 fucking assault rifles. See, everything is revolved around warfare, dude. Like, I didn't go to the army. Believe it or not, I tried, but I don't deserve the courage points for trying to go to the army because I'm so old. I tried to go during peacetime. Then 2 years later, 9/11 happened. So it's not like I had the balls to like, oh, well, we're at war. Fuck it, I'll sign up. I could brag about some shit. Who cares? So that, what else, dude? Okay. So once I got enough money to like actually fucking buy whatever I want, like fucking, it was weird, dude. I grew up so poor that when I finally was making money, I couldn't. I was like, wow, dude, I could buy a burger and fry like 3 times a day. I got so fat. Whatever, dude. I got really strong for being fat too. I have a video where I press a 225 over my head. Like some people can bench press 225. I could press it overhead. No one gives a shit. You have to get really fat to get strong. What else, dude? Fuck it. So once I got accoutrements, I could show you the best survival knife I have. It's almost a $300 knife. It's a top skull crusher. And then I got the Work Tough Gear Warhammer. Like I could tell you all about survival knives. I conjectured. I'm like, okay, if this monster has long, gangly limbs and claws, I'm going to need like a machete with a high saber or full flat grind. Like the skull crusher knife is a badass Bowie knife, but I was like, dude, I need something like, you can't go bring a sword there because I have to traverse home. Like the buses don't run 24/7. When I start to exit the Santa Ana River, I have to fucking go as a pedestrian. I can't be careful. It's too much attention. So I need a machete, full flat grindish, concealable in a backpack, blah, 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 blah. So I went fucking lurking around the distant abysmal fog, like praying to God to run into that fucking cryptid so I could kill it, get famous. And, of course, it never happened, right? But what's some other really immature shit for my age I can fucking talk about? But yeah, dude, normal people are so fucking boring, dude. I tell some people like, they're sad because they're lonely and single. I'm like, dude, bitches, when they want, like, unless you're rich, like, if they're monogamous, if they're not cheating on you, they're just gonna get fucking fat anyways. You're gonna get tired of banging the same shit, like, so yeah, normal people, dude, they're like, oh, I can't wait to this weekend to watch the Laker game, like, and it's like, fuck, you're boring, dude. I want to buy Rambo knives and I want to go hunt Sasquatch, dude. And I want to be somewhere where it scares the shit out of me and I don't know if I'm gonna get lost. That's just me, dude. So anyways, Riverside Bridge Monster, man. Oh, somebody also asked me things I can't explain, blah, 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 So, yeah, the sleep paralysis, whatever. Those are just dreams, right? So, they say, don't fuck with tarot cards. Well, I did at, like, fucking age 10. And then one night, okay, remind you, remember, I don't have any brothers and sisters. My parents hate my guts. They have to go bang other people, and they're like, dude, when you're Gen X, like, I'm almost Gen X age. This is a typical life of Gen X. Like, you're in the rock and roll, right? And your parents are like this, like, fuck, I fucked. God, your parents are there. When you're Gen X, your parents are constantly there to remind you of how better their life would be if you were never born. You're like this extraneous cock-blocking entity. They have to stop what they're doing. They can't go to the disco club. They're like, oh, fuck, that's why I have a kid. God fucking damn it. So they're like they come home once in a while, like once every few days, like, oh, fuck, dude. Like, did you, like, do your homework or some shit? No. Yeah, here's $10. Like, I guess I have to feed your dumb ass. Like, don't bug me for shit. Like, oh, I ran out of socks. Boom. So boomer parents, boomer parents are a liability, dude. Having boomer parents will get you fucking killed, dude. Like, oh, I was lucky I was so big and ugly so I couldn't get butt touched on the street or anything. God damn, dude. Like, when I was in my teens, life started looking up because of, like, athletics, martial arts, wrestling and shit. And I would go to my Chicano friends' houses, like, and they're like, mijo, oh, have a taco, I was so mesmerized. I was like, their parents don't hate them. what the like? I have a friend named Javi, and his mom doesn't know that he's such a dirtball, dude. So Javi, of course, he's Mexican, right? Um, he's such a fucking dirtball, dude. Like, if you guys have kids, like you have a daughter or something, Javi's like the last dude you would ever want your daughter, your mom, or fucking your. Oh my god, you wouldn't want your. I can't tell you what the fuck this dude's done to chicks, dude. He just doesn't give a shit. And he's a fucking gremlin demon. His mom doesn't hate him. God damn, I forgot to take the trash out one time. I got like kicked out of the house forever, dude. I was like perplexed. I was like, wow, Mexican families don't hate their kids. But white Gen X motherfuckers, your parents fucking hate your guts, dude. You're an extraneous cock blocking fucking accident. They have to stop whatever they're doing to come home and make sure you're still alive because the law says so, and they'll get a letter in the mail saying that you weren't going to school. And they're like, when you're 18, get the fuck out. It's like, I'll do you one better, dude. 13. God damn, dude. Like, boomers will get you fucking killed, dude. Dear God, you have no fucking idea, dude. Oh, and they're so fucking retarded, bro. That's kind of why I really, really hate evangelical Protestantism. Because they're full of fucking Zionist boomer tards, dude. And they're the majority of my country, the United States, dude. That's why we're fucking sucking Israel's dick. That's why everything's so fucking expensive. That's why we're dropping white phosphorus bombs on Arab schoolgirls. And that's supposedly a good thing because that's for God's chosen people. The Epsteins. Epstein's an Ashkenazi fucking Jew, by the way. What did Diddy do to me? Nah, dude, I was too ugly for Diddy to do shit, man. I'm always telling this one story, though. This is how boomer tards will get you killed, okay? So, no shit. I'm 13. I'm like 13 years old. There's me, ugly as fuck, right? There's Sean, my friend. This is what I mean, dude. The only two, like, coincidences and shit that reoccurs that don't make any sense. I had a friend named Sean at 13 years old. He almost got butt touched, right? And then I get older, and our other friend, Sean, we laughed at him because one of our other friends came out of the closet and drunk called him, and they left a message like, let's just hang out, bro. We could just be friends. It's like, so the only two homo erogenous near fatalities that I've ever incurred were both to do with my friend Sean. There were two different Seans, and they were both tall, blonde hair, and blue eyes, and skinny. So about P. Diddy shit, this is why we need to kill chomos, right? There was this dude named Greg. He used to own one of the Del Lago liquor stores in Corona. I think there's one in Corona, and there's one in Lake Elsinore. And he had a tattoo here of AB, that's Aryan Brotherhood. He had another tattoo here that said Metallica. And he was like 45 years old. He had like quadruple chins. Like, if you have a face that fat, he had a huge mustache, just grow a fucking beard to whatever. His legs were like elephantitis. You tell Diddy to let you the shift, so I could tell D's nuts to fucking, I could do Diddy shit to you, dude. Shut the fuck up. So, I'm trying to give an example how boomer tards will get you killed. And here you are, post-coom, like trying to, Land of Rant Productions. That just sounds like gay porn, bro. You got your mind in the gutter. Anyway, yeah, we'll just move on. Greg was after our friend Sean, and that guy was always, yeah, dude, weird shit. Because back in those days, you would ditch school, and there would always be like a cool adult to buy you beer and weed. You hang out at their house, you smoke out of a bong, you listen to Sublime, everybody puts it like, oh, I got 5 on it. You get fucking weed, right? You buy the adult cigarettes to get you fucking booze. That was the currency back in those days. But I've been in such precarious situations where you could get roofied. Luckily, I was too big and ugly for that shit. And yeah, let's just leave it at that. But yeah, so land on Del Gay Productions. He thinks that I'm so adamant about killing chomos because I must have got touched. No, dude, that's just what real men do. Real men have an ethos where they want to protect women and children. And honestly, I'm not even trying to virtue signal. I'm not trying to put myself out there like I'm such a good guy. I'm reminding not all of you are bitches. I'm reminding your stupid bitch ass that you're complacent, that all our tax dollars are going to a fucking sadistic aristocracy where they go party on Epstein Island, waste all our money on fucking Israel so that you don't get affected because your parents pay your fucking bills, you fucking coomer. So everybody who trolls me is some goober piece of shit. It's never like real men, dude. So there you go. You put yourself on blast that you're cool with Epstein shit existing in the fucking world. Oh, my tax dollars are going to you, so you're a fucking kike, huh? Biden and Clinton do that? They're all doing that, boss. Bill Del Met, whatever, they're all doing that shit. Trump was a huge friend of Epstein, bro. They're all, you know who's not on the Epstein list? Putin and Kim Jong-il. So that would be pretty diplomatic, right? Yeah, boss, yeah, Trump is on the Epstein list. There's pictures of Trump like fucking dabbing it up with Epstein, dude. So, I'm on the list, huh? I'm not an aristocrat, dude. So, I don't want to go through the gamut of how I have so much. You don't have hot chicks on your phone. I do, dude. I've been with hot chicks, dude. So, you're just sad. I'm an ugly dude. And I'm supposedly like a minimum wage tactical janitor, and I could tell I've had way more pussy than you, land of Randell Gay Porn Productions. So, like, you must be really bored, dude. Really, I've already showed I could bore. I don't want sausage bragging. The sausage is pathetic, dude. I'm not saying I'm a playboy. I'm not a ladies' man. I just was around when you didn't have to abide by everything Andrew Tate says to get chicks. And so you're a goomer, goober, and you're a fucking what they call red pilled zoomers are the best generation, dude. They're so fucking smart, dude. They know what's up. You're a blue pilled fucking goober. Host is a loser. Sure, whatever. Don't lie. I don't really know what you're talking about, man. I really don't. I'm the host, right? Whatever, dude. So, back to the Riverside Bridge monster so I could ramble about nonsense to stay the fuck awake. Riverside Bridge monster. Let's read about it, okay? Let's see, hey. If I can even fucking read it, dude. Come on, man. So okay. This was November 2023. This is an old article, so I was right that it's about 70 years ago. 65 years ago today, 24-year-old Charles Wetzel came face to face with one of the strangest creatures in cryptozoology, the Riverside Bridge Monster, also known as the Riverside Bridge Monster. You mean the brain tickler of Riverside, there you go. Would be spotted again the following night by another driver and then seemingly never again. I believe they saw it in Colorado about a year later. So let me see if I can. Charles Witzel driving north along Main Street through the rain and fog. Yeah, yeah, it's always that time of year. When he finds his path blocked by the overflowing Santa Ana River, as he slows the car, his radio unexpectedly blares static. Startled, Wetzel tries to adjust the station when suddenly I heard 8 foot tall. A 6 foot tall bipedal creature leads from the underbrush and rushes the car. The monstrous thing's spindly arms are so long that they easily reach over the 5'6" hood of the vehicle and begin clawing at the windshield. The creature has scaly skin, a big round scarecrowish head, green glowing eyes, and what I don't know what this is called, a protuberant mouth. Mr. Land Ran Spell Gay Productions, you know what a protuberant mouth is, right? You like gays. So it has no nose or ears, and the legs stuck out sideways from its body. Wetzel reaches under his seat for a pistol he keeps for protection, but changes his mind. Instead, he hits the gas, causing the bizarre creature to fall back. It makes an inhuman gurgling noise as Wetzel's car rolls over it. The man can feel the thing scrape along under his vehicle, and he hears it screams the entire time. Wetzel races home where his wife convinces him to report the encounter to the police. They never do shit. While the investigating officers find a few scratches on and under Wetzel's Buick, as well as some horse hoof prints at the scene, they find no evidence of a monster. Yeah. So here's another. That's not it. So it makes you think, dude. Makes you think, if we have CERN Switzerland admitting there's extra dimensional creatures, bye, I don't care, fuck off. I said lies about Trump, dude. There's Bill Den Met 3929. There's pictures of fucking Epstein dabbing it up with Trump. Trump and Epstein were fucking friends, dude. Like, this is what I mean. You're a sycophant. Like, evangelical Protestants make goobers like Landlord Amdel Productions even more goobers because they claim to have a monopoly on the Bible and Jesus and the King James Bible, and we are to protect God's people. The Jews spit on Christians, guys. The Jews know that Jesus said that the Rome was going to come and smash their shit. It happened in 70 AD, guys. Like, I don't, like, the Jews, it's not a fucking race. It's a religion, dude. None of them can trace their lineage, their tribes. I think it's for the smiley faces and hearts and shit, you rock. None of them can trace their tribes back to fucking Dan, Reuben, Simeon, Judah. And I'll show you. Tucker Carlson was just talking about how Netanyahu admitted he has to censor fuckers like me. Like, I'll get to that, but let me tell you some other anecdotal shit. Okay? Let me get to this video and hopefully you can hear it, So, I was talking to some Jewish chick. Not like that, right? I'm too old and ugly. Chicks don't talk to me, right? So, like, what the fuck? God damn it. Okay. Wow, dude, I have fucking dementia. Oh, she's calling me a Nazi, right? So, I was looking at, there's some documentary about how fascist Germany was right about something, and I look it on YouTube. You can't find the documentary. You can't find it on Google, but you can find in the comment section. Everybody's like, all I can find is videos debunking the documentary, but I can't find the documentary. Tells me all I need to know. Do you understand that? So I can't use my own brain. So if the documentary is so wrong, why can't I watch the documentary? Basically, I told this chick, I'm like, how can I be a Nazi when you people censor that shit so much? I can't even find out what the fuck they're trying to say. When I'm not saying I'm pro Hitler. Even if you were full white, you don't want to work for Hitler because he's a survival of the fittest guy. And if you fuck up this much, he tells you to shoot yourself in the head or you'll get hanged. Nobody can deal with a boss like that. Whether you think he's objectively or subjectively right or wrong, okay? I'm not saying that we should put fuckers in the oven and shit like that. I'm not saying that. But here's the thing. Why is it that if you admire Mao Zedong, nobody calls you a racist or nothing? If you admire Genghis Khan, nobody calls you a fucking fascist or whatever. Why are we trained when Mr. Adolf, it's renowned, he was very kind to women, he was very kind to animals, he was very, very passionate about his people. Malcolm X was very passionate about his people. Why aren't we mad at that? We don't have a right to be passionate about our own fucking people. But here's the thing, dude. Like, I try to look up speeches of what Adolf was saying. He's never talking about his plight. He's never talking about his, you never can find his politics. All you can find is him like, the German people are so great. We are blah, blah, blah. Or like he's like, he's saying like cheerleader shit, and they never show his plight, his cause, what he's arguing for. I was like, basically I told this Jewish chick, how can I be a Nazi when I can't even fucking find what he was trying to say? I don't even know what the fuck that's about. So it's an assertion. It's an assertion just because I question what you're doing. Just because it's a fucking objective fact. They're dropping white phosphorus bombs on little Arab schoolgirls. It's an objective fact. They're trying to censor everything. It's an objective fact. They call us fucking goys. It's an objective fact that in the Talmud, they say Jesus' mom was a whore, and that Jesus is burning in a pile of shit in hell, and that you and me are goys, and we need to be ruled, we need to be oppressed, we're subjugated under them, we're created under them. That's an objective fact. When she's calling me a Nazi, that's an assertion. Because I don't even know what the fuck they're saying. I can't find what the fuck they're saying. Because they censor it. They have a monopoly on the information. So, dude, fuck off, dude. You're stupid. Like, you make... like so Land of the Gay Porn Dell Productions. Everybody know that this guy in the comments, screenshot him and shit, he'll change his faggot ass name. He's pro Chomo. He's for these kikes ruling the world. You are a fucking detriment to society because you don't give a fuck. You're an apathetic bitch, and I don't need to remind you that if we were face to face and there was no such thing as assault and battery charges, I could fuck you up, dude. I could do all sorts of ditty shit to you, and you couldn't do anything about it. You're a weak bitch. So thanks for putting yourself on blast. And everybody, I want you to observe this Lan O Randell Gay Productions 486. These are the bitches in society that when they become the majority, we're fucked. Because they're so apathetic to justice and the freedom of expression. And like any real man with testosterone that has a wife and kids and an actual fucking life, you stupid bitch, would agree with me. You don't have to like me. You just have to agree with my fucking politics. And every fucking time I get on the internet trying to talk about any other thing, you cunts, not you cool people, You cunts, just like you, turn it into a political fucking tug of war. And you're a bitch. So anyways, if you guys can hear this, it's so fucking goddamn quiet. Hold on. Let me turn my Bluetooth speaker off. So Tucker Carlson is going to point out that Net and fucking Yahoo is basically calling for censorship. But Land of Randall Productions doesn't care because the censorship has nothing to do with voyeurism or anime porn or furry bullshit, whatever bitch ass world, whatever apathetic bitch ass coomer fucking goober shit, and fucking bitch ass hobbies that make him even more pathetically single and a bitch. He doesn't really care because this doesn't really affect him. You're such a bitch, dude.
Talked about the woke right. He said, I call it the woke right.
It's almost unbelievable that he said that on camera. Imagine, this is a foreign leader bragging about how he's censoring Americans. Again, this guy runs a country of 9 million people that's totally dependent on our tax dollars to exist. And here he is on camera saying, anyone who opposes me in the United States, who opposes more aid to Israel or opposes getting sucked into war with Iran, which does not serve American interests, that person is a Nazi, part of the woke Reich, a Nazi. And the only way to fix it is by preventing Americans in the last country on earth with guaranteed freedom of speech, prevent Americans from hearing the other side.
So, Land of the Gay Productions, you don't have a paradigm to objectively label anything as a crime or not because you're just a nihilistic fucking coomer. You get what I mean? I have a paradigm that can objectively fucking label shit as good or evil while you're just a bitch. So, anyways, back to the Riverside Bridge monster. Yeah, so if anybody out there that's actually worth a shit, go see what I mean though? Like we're fucking like censorship, that's a no-no, dude. Cause no matter how fucking stupid or idiotic or supposedly hateful or supposedly subversive, as long as you're not like cussing in front of kids and grandmas, as long as you're not talking about really, really obscene shit in the wrong setting, you should have a right to say and believe whatever the fuck you want to say or believe. And the people who want to cancel that are fucking cunts. Like this bitch called Land of Randall Gay Productions 486. He's an apathetic goober coomer. And when they're the majority of the world, we're all fucked. Because they don't give a fuck about anything but coming home every day from their fucking Walmart or Starbucks job, living in a fantasy world full of fucking fiction shit, cooming out to watching people fuck on the internet, and then feeling like losers and having nothing better to do but to try to troll good men. Like, dude, like, you think you're like gaslighting me or pissing me off, whatever, dude. You're interrupting the show and you're putting yourself on blast, dude. I'm using you as an example that you're the fucking malignant majority to be, and that's why we're doomed. We're fucked. I'm admonishing all the real men out there to bring awareness to this shit, that if we don't band together and change our times by force, and I mean, one thing that we could all start to do is stop paying taxes and dare the fucking government to come to our door to door, help our fellow man, and bust the Ruby Ridge shit, dude. And I should have the right to say that shit. And I have the balls to say that shit. Fucking Lando Ram gay fuck. You don't have balls for shit in life. You never fucked a hot chick. You'll never fuck a hot chick. You've never been in a fight before. You're just a bitch, dude. All your shit is invalid. So I'm not saying that you have to get in fights and blah, blah, blah. You just have to have an ethos that's not a bitch ass. I ain't got balls, son. What are you gonna tell me about? What are you gonna tell me about balls? The only thing I'm fighting is my gay thoughts. Oh, okay, all right. I just imagined that I was a martial artist my whole life. So local neighborhood hater, he's also some bitch ass that's pro chomo and pro aristocrats fucking us all. So thanks for putting yourself on blast, you dumb shit. So anyways, you guys are invalid. So if anybody actually gives a shit, talk about some paranormal shit. And yeah. I'm not gonna, no one's gonna do any of the stuff. I'm getting mad. That's my point, you dumb motherfucker. It's written in the Bible. You don't know the Bible, you dipshit. We need the landlords. You're a fucking cuck. You're just what's that called? Like what's that? Authority worshiping cuck, dude. That's all it is. And all the shit you say is so vague, dude. It's oh no, my bad, Brandon. You're cool, dude. I thought you were the same person. My bad, bro. So you're a different person. You might be actually cool. Hey, that's my point, Brandon. That nobody. There's not enough people to give a shit to get the fuck up, dude, off their ass, and we don't have enough blood and guts, piss and vinegar patriots. That's the problem, man. So, Brandon, one of the only things you could probably do if you're not going to do anything is fast and pray about it if you really give a shit. We need the landlords, huh? Sounds like a cuck to me. But, no, Brandon, I could barely see your comments. You made one comment, and I agree with you, actually, dude. This shit is in the Bible, and pretty much, but it's not in the Bible how you think, dude. All this shit, this end times shit, it's man engineered. Like, you do know that all the aristocrats of the world are making fucking bomb bunkers, right? Like fucking the billionaires, the Zucks, the Oprahs, and all that shit. You know they started those fires in Maui to claim that land away from civilians so they can make bomb bunkers and shit because they're expecting a nuclear holocaust. You are aware that Bill Gates, not Bill Gates, along with other aristocrats in society that Alex Jones is talking about, sit there doing DMT, having the same hallucinations, that there's like demonic fucking entities telling us we need to lower the population. You heard of the Georgia Guidestones, right? That the aristocrats of the world want to lessen the population of humanity, take all our shit, right? You trust the billionaires. You're just so why don't you trust the forefathers of the American country, dude? So you're gonna listen to Elon Musk? Elon Musk has the power to turn your fucking life off. That's why you're just appealing to authority, being a cuck, dude. So, and some of the shit that Elon Musk says, like what? Like Elon Musk is talking about how AI could fuck us all. I agree with that part. You know, let me see. Watch this. You and your fucking Musk worship. Let's Google if Elon Musk is on the Epstein list. Okay, so we can show how much of a chomo worshiping bitch you are. Is Elon Musk? And by the way, Mr. Local Neighborhood Hater, I technically used to work for Elon Musk. I was in the aerospace engineering. You're like some fucking cuck. Is Elon Musk on the Epstein list? I'm pretty sure he is. Based on the files released by the U.S. Department of Justice, Jeffrey Epstein estate, September 25th, September 2025, and February 2006, Elon Musk is named in documents related to the Jeffrey Epstein list. It proves my point, guys. I know it's mirrored backwards. You could Google. I just Googled. I don't even have Chat GPT. I'm not that much of a coomer like Local Neighborhood Hater bitch ass. Elon Musk is on the Jeffrey Epstein list. You guys see my point. So Local Neighborhood Hater is a pro-chomo, fucking authority worshipping fucking cuck. Little bitches like him know the end is coming, so they want to put their name. He don't have any balls. A real man has balls, right? I have nothing to lose. Netanyahu would want to turn my microchip off so I can't buy or sell anything when the mark of the beast shit comes, right? But bitches like local neighborhood hater, whatever, you're white as fuck and you got hood in your title, dude, you would get bitch slapped in the fucking hood. I come from the hood, you fucking cunt. So you see what I mean, guys? You guys are watching that these authority worshiping bitch ass fucks are, I just told you, you stupid fuck, it's a religion, not a race, you dumb shit. You're a politically correct fucking bitch. So, local fucking bitch ass motherfucker. So, you see what I mean? This guy's bringing his stupid assertions here, and the motherfucker that he's worshiping, dude, you're stupid. You don't even know my channel. So, you do care about them, dude, because you're an Epstein suck off, dude. You're a fucking authority worshiping fucking cuck, dude. So you see how this cuck in the comments right here, he's appraising some fucking asshole that was on the Epstein list. It proves my fucking point that all the people who fucking try to troll my shit, who try to fucking, all my detractors are fucking child molester protecting, authority worshiping, pacifistic goober fucking cucks. So, oh, weak ass beard. Oh, ad hominems, huh? You know what an ad hominem is, right? You fucking bitch. You're losing the argument, so you're attacking the person. You're a fucking moron. Please take your invalid ass somewhere else, dude. It's stupid, dude. So, anyways, your hero, Elon Musk, who I used to work for, I doubt you ever had a real man job in your life. Aerospace. Everybody does aerospace. It's not like you directly work or answer to them. Yeah, I know. So, because I had real man jobs, unlike you. And your hero, Elon Musk, you can Google, he's on the Epstein list somewhere between September 2025 and February 2026. Another point for Nacho. I told you guys, the only excuses for men that are my antagonists or my detractors are all authority worshiping cooks who, I don't even need a syllogism to fucking prove this shit. They're pro child molester. They don't give a fuck about individual sovereignty or the blood that was spilled to give you guys the right to bring this information forth. They want everybody a shy goober that doesn't pick a side, that's a politically correct bitch just like them, because they got overlooked by women their whole life for not having enough fucking testosterone. And instead of getting mad at a son of a bitch like me, you should be asking me how to fucking, like, how to start not being a bitch. You can shove that shalom up your ass, dude. Now you're not even like you're not even bringing an argument. Like you made an assertion. You'll trust Elon Musk more than me. So you'll trust the dude that's buddy with the fucking chomo who's on the fucking list. But you're not gonna trust a hardworking blue collar dude that's just here trying to point you good people to better channels than me that can articulate this shit a lot better than me. Hey, Bruce, thank you. Local neighborhood hood hater. You just proved my point that all my detractors are by default pro fucking chomo, authority worshiping fucking cucks, that when you become the majority, our sovereign individual rights for freedom of fucking expression will be gone. You just proved my fucking point, dude. There's never a real man. There's never like some fucking like, hey yo, I'm a straight up nigga. Where you at, fool? I don't like that you bombastic. You'll have to like make a fake profile. You'll have to like borrow a picture of Tyrone, the dude in your wife's DMs, the dude that she named her fucking prosthetic ding-a-ling after. You'll have to make a fake profile like that. He says I'm not a cuck. He's saving his V for when he gets married. I didn't know you got a sex change, dude. I didn't know you had a V, Good for you, dude. I'm not anti-gay, dude. I'm American, dude. Nobody's asking for a theocracy. When I call you a faggot, it has nothing to do with your sexual preference, dude. You don't have to be gay to like I'm always saying the same shit. One of my favorite singers is a singer from Judas Priest. He's gay as fuck. He's not a faggot. He's cool. Local neighborhood hood hater, you're a faggot. You should be asking me how to lessen your faggotum. Like fuckers like you, like I want the word faggot to be illegal. You're stupid, dude. Like again, like I said, not only do you prove my point, but I mean you do know, like if we were face to face and if there's no such thing as assault and battery being illegal, I could fuck you up, dude. It's just, and you're here being like you have balls, dude. It's really stupid. You should have some fucking respect, dude. I wouldn't call you such a bitch ass. It's really dumb, dude. It's never some real man. Dude, you can't even use the Second Amendment, nor do you know what it's for, dude. You're fucking stupid, dude. And here's the thing, bitch ass. You wouldn't be willing to die for what you believe, dude. Like, fuckers like me would, just to shove your fucking dumb shit back up your ass, dude. So, and the Second Amendment is there to overthrow the government, fucking genius. The Second Amendment isn't there for to protect myself from big meanies. You're such a bitch, dude. Like, dude, like really go watch some Rocky movies. Go buy some cigars. Go like Arnold Schwarzenegger podcast, and then come talk to me in 6 months, and then fucking I don't know, dude. You guys need a lesson in manhood, dude. Like fuck. I can't tell what your picture is, and look, fucking Mr. Minors, get the fuck off. Good. I don't know your age, then fuck off, dude. This is an adults only fucking goddamn channel, dude. What the fuck are you, dude? Go to school and shit. Hey, just for record, I don't know how to erase these fuckers. I don't know how to block you. So good. I'm clicking on your picture. If you're not 18, fuck off. Hide user from channel. What the fuck does that mean? I guess hide you from the fuck off, dude. Good. If you're not 18, get the fuck out of here, you dipshits. I can't tell, dude. I don't your picture's small as fuck. I don't fucking know, dude. So please get the fuck out. I am sick and tired of this dumb shit. Because like I preach against Epstein so much, and then I get weird fucking like rage bait shit that out of nowhere. Oh, I'm a minor, brother. Then get the fuck out of here. Do I have to say every fucking 5 minutes, hey, if you're not 18, fuck off, okay? I'm gonna put a timer on my live shit. Oh yeah, if you're not 18, fuck off. If you're not 18, fuck off. In the name of Jesus. If you're not 18, go fucking to hell. Fuck off. Dear God, dude. Your parents let you fucking... Oh, stupid. Why the fuck are you trying to make a mental tug of war with fucking stupid, dude. Does this look like an entertaining channel for fucking... Go fuck yourself, dude. God damn it. I put on all my shit. Not made for fucking kids. I click that shit all the fucking goddamn time. Go fuck yourself, or go fuck off. Dear God, dude. It's fucking annoying, dude. And if you are that young, why are you fucking mad at me for being mad at Epstein fuckers, you stupid fucking genius? What the fuck, man? It's stupid, dude. I live in a fucking idiocracy, man. It's getting so goddamn fucking... All I wanted to do was talk about fucking cryptids, man. What the fuck? So anyways, I'm just gonna ramble so I can stay the fuck awake, guys. So I'm sorry, like I'm not a really likable person. I'm not here. I don't give a fuck, dude. I only care to be liked enough to hold down a fucking job and to like not get such shitty customer service when I go to stores, dude. I don't give a shit, dude. I really don't. What I give a shit about is our fucking freedom for the rights of fucking self-expression. He's talking about the Second Amendment, and you're 15, you dumb motherfucker. I don't think you're fucking 15 then, dude. You can't even own a fucking firearm then, you stupid fuck. God damn, dude. Fuck is this? So any fucking way, dude. By the way, Second Amendment, right, guys? As much shit as I talk about, oh, I'm so badass and manly, like, you guys, any of my fans or anybody who agrees with me, I want you guys to know you don't need to be a martial artist and shit to be a man. You just need a righteous fucking cause and the right to have a fucking weapon in your hand. That's it. That's it. A righteous cause. You're defending your grandmother. You're trying to be a good man, a good husband, a good student. You're trying to clean your room so your parents don't yell at you. And you don't need to fucking fuck hot chicks or get in a fight or some shit like that, dude. It has nothing to do with that, dude. It has to do with having a righteous fucking cause or believing in the traditions that I think I'm making an assertion here, but I think everybody with balls would fucking agree with me. Just upholding the fucking traditional values that I preach about and having a right to have a fucking weapon in your hand makes you a fucking army of justice and shit. Because, like, there's a saying in Bushido, the only thing that can stop evil people is good men who are more skilled at violence, guys. So, yeah. I'm here trying to talk about the fucking Riverside Bridge monster, and it still attracts fucking trolls. It's because, dude, we live in a day and age where, like, if you're some honky ass, like, proper English, non-Ebonics, non-hood, fucking, like, fly son of a bitch, like, oh yeah, food, like, if you're not with this stupid image criteria that the youth looks up to nowadays, they figure you're some piss on or some boomer tard or some old fogey that they could just come and disrespect. Because it's like stupid, dude. If I was all gangster and ignorant as fuck, I would get so much more respect. It's fucking stupid, dude. Like, it doesn't matter what color I am or how big or small we are. I'm gonna whoop your ass, dude. Because, like, fuck it, I have a righteous cause, dude. That's why I'm so, like, fucking bombastic, bro. I wouldn't have made it this long in life if I didn't try to, like, dude, honestly, I don't try to paint myself as a good person, dude. I'm a metalhead. I'm naturally nihilistic. I'm naturally very antisocial. The longer you live, you realize that you need to align yourself with goodness and decency and God, or you're not gonna make it, dude. Like, it's just fucking getting, like, as immature as I seem, that's the most mature thing you can fucking do, you know? It's fucking stupid, dude. So, by the way, guys, I don't give a fuck about getting popular or monetized. What I give a fuck is, so I have this series called The World Is Over News. Twon, TWION, whatever. You could look at it in my playlist. And I'm gonna start. I'm not asking you to. It is. I think it is kind of interesting for how low quality my shit is. You know, like, I don't have special effects or, like, good. What's that called? Graphics or some shit. I'm going to start, when I do this news, I'm going to start labeling all the channels beforehand. Oh, you could find this video here. And then later I'm going to tell you, I'm only here to direct you to better channels than me that can articulate what I'm saying better, right? And these channels, they don't know me, dude. And I'm supposedly racist and shit. They're not fucking racist. I'll get around to that in a second. Fucking these other channels, I'm asking you to be a good patron of them because they're sacrificing as much money they could be getting by not being some one-sided sycophant. They're trying to deliver to you guys as much truth and as Google will allow them to tell you within the confines of the imposed political fucking correctness that's coming to fuck us all. And if you give a shit, I'm not. I guess I'm trying to redeem myself only because I put myself affiliated with them. Um, this is why I seem racist. Okay, my friend, my best friend I ever had in life, he was a half Ashkenazi Jew, and he was Romanian Orthodox, right? And he's the one that red pilled me. He hates those fuckers more than you get the point. And no, he's not pro Hitler or nothing. Hitler fucked this country too. Um, me, I've experienced so much like negative energy for not being like hood or vadio enough for some people's fucking respect that I'm extremely indignant about it. And if you ever see Andrew Tate on the Piers Morgan show, he'll show you guys that like I'm sorry, dude. I don't know if the cameras have audio or whatever. People just they they don't like gringos, dude. I was at the gym recently, dude. They were gonna call the cops, dude. I was in a sauna full of a bunch of people that would sacrifice me to the Aztec gods, and I had to hear some dumb shit about how supposedly white cops like harass them, when I can give you anecdotal stories from people and personal experience how that's such bullshit. And you guys know that I'm not pro authority. Like, cops bug me, dude. Cops don't like private security. They don't really you get the point, dude. It's just and I got sick of it, dude. And I kind of went like full bore fucking yeah, I don't, it got really ugly. What else, dude? Fucking I've there's somebody on YouTube that I really like and admire, and he was having a debate with a certain demographic, and they kept calling him a bitch ass N-word. And I got so mad that I made a video calling out his whole crew because I was temporarily unemployed, and I was like, "Hey, come meet me out in the desert, motherfuckers. We'll see who the bitch." I was using the full-on N-word and shit. Here's the thing, dude. God damn it! I swear to God, man, I'm such a fucking moron. That video, I accidentally pressed the made for fucking. You know what? I was like, I saw it only had 1 or 2 views. I was like, that's not normal. And then I was like, oh, god damn it. And then like I erased the whole video because I did it in such anger. I forgot to press the right fucking option, dude. I'm a fucking idiot, dude. Oh my god. But I was gonna re-upload that shit and challenge the whole Black Hebrew Israelites to a gang fight out in the middle of the desert. And I got called for employment, dude. And I was like, oh, I guess I have something to live for. And then back in the day when I didn't own firearms yet, I used to fucking like straight up. I'm not trying to act like I'm all hard and shit. I used to like God. That's why God like doesn't bless me, dude. And I'm lucky God never gave me a health problem, because like instead of using martial arts to like have self-discipline and self-control, I started using it to bully the shit out of people. And then but now I try to have some reserve because I actually have shit to live for, dude. It's a long story. I hope it works out, you know. And then actually one of my former bosses, like what I tell him is, now that I'm a firearm owner, I'm actually more chill. I don't want to go to prison. I don't want to lose my Second Amendment rights. I don't want to be seen as an antagonist. So I let a lot of stupid shit go, homie. There's a lot of people that stare at me stupid and all that shit. And back in the day, I would just go walk up to them and bully them in front of their whole family when they get out. Like, I remember, dude, this dude was going to get out of his car and come fight me. I backed up and I sat down. I was like, come. I was like, oh, I'm bigger than you. Oh, okay. I'm not bigger than you now. What the fuck are you gonna do? I sat down on the ground like, come soccer kick me in the head, come whatever, dude. And he just went back in his car, dude. I used to get off on that shit, bullying people in front of their fucking wife and kids and shit. And yeah. So I do. I have a lot of fucking hatred, dude. But in my opinion, it's all justified, dude. It's like I don't like people who like, you know, people who cut you off in traffic and they're rude to you for no reason, and they have this fake alpha male complex. Oh, I love the bitch slap the shit, like bitch slap that shit right out of them, dude. And a lot of people have told me, they're like, oh, if we lived under these Wild West rules like you, then you probably wouldn't have lived this long, and you would have got clapped too eventually by someone bigger and badder. And I'm like, yeah, so, you know, I would also scored a lot more chicks and took in their shit. That's fucking hilarious, dude. There's one dude a long time ago. He cuts me off in traffic and flips me off and shit. And I catch up to him in the red light, and I told him something like, if there's no such things as law and order, like I would just whoop your ass, smash your car, and fuck your bitch. And she almost started smiling, and then she caught herself like, what the fuck? And then at the same time that shit happened, there was this fully naked crackhead walking on the street just like mad. And she saw what I was talking about, and all he did was look away, look like he's having a bad day, not making eye contact no more. I was like, see, honey, you're with a fucking bitch. I was like when and if I do finally abduct you and ravish the shit out of you, it won't be the worst day of your life. I was saying all this shit, dude. And trust me, dude, when that shit happens, like, God punishes me, dude. Like, my alternator will stop working like the very next day or something. Like, but she got the point real quick that she was in he's in this yuppie ass car in fucking San Bernardino, and like, you're gonna cut off some crazy Jeepers Creepers son of a bitch. And what the fuck are you doing with your yuppie mobile in San Bernardino, dude? Like, really, dude? Like, I check, like, dude, fucking Zoomers don't understand, dude. It's San Bernardino in the 90s, dude. If you're some fucking punk-ass güero and you're walking around just, and if there's, like, more than, like a lot of these dudes, like I sound racist because I tell some, like, other gringos, I'm like, you probably shouldn't listen to gangster rap and shit because that don't fit you, cuz that you look stupid. You can't dance, and maybe people let that shit go now, but back in the 1990s, dude, you'd get checked for that shit. They'd be like, hey, fool, like, what's up? They're like, where you from? Like, you just fucked up. You fucked up, dude. It's better to go hang out with the rockers and shit, dude. Like, mind your own, and yeah, fuck, man. Like, it's a different world nowadays. These Zoomers don't get checked, dude. Yeah. So anyways, Riverside Bridge monster, guys. I guarantee, I bet you the cameras here have audio, and they're like, what the fuck did we hire, dude? But, yeah. Oh, yeah. I don't think anybody cares, or this is going to go anywhere. So, by the way, Charlie Kirk is still alive, guys. I know I sound crazy. Hear me out. Jesse on Fire is a channel that shows that Charlie Kirk, they had, there's some dude, he's like one of the best lip readers of the world, and he's analyzed the Charlie Kirk assassination footage. Charlie Kirk has a big-ass wire cord here. So, one, we live in a day and age where a microphone doesn't need that. Okay? A little microphone. And if that was a microphone, why does he have a big microphone here? Two, they said that he got shot with a 30-06, okay? There's a bunch of reenactments with these, I don't know what they're called, these replicas of the human anatomy that are as realistic as possible. made out of like synthetic bone and skin and gelatin for brains and shit. If Charlie Kirk got shot with a 30-06, what was it, here or something, this whole shit would have been blown off, dude. He'd be lucky if his spinal bone would be attached. And you would not be able to show it. They wouldn't show it. His whole head would have been hanging off. This would have all been exploded out. This isn't the movies. Like, violence isn't like the movies where, oh, there's a little hole and you go down. Like, shit gets busted, dude. Shit gets torn apart. I seen one of my friends, he got his leg ran over by a car. That shit was exploded, dude. There was like no horror movie that could. There was like this like shard of bone for his shin. There was this big chasm missing with all this shit just exploded out, and like a little bit of like his underneath, like very lower part of his back of his calf, with his foot like lifelessly limp, like to a side where it shouldn't be. Like if it was all fully attached and normal, there'd be like no way your foot would be so much lopsided like this unless you're completely turned on yourself. You get the point. Like, real life is fucked, dude. So nah, man. So Charlie Kirk really got clapped by a 30-06, his shit would be all exploded. He's still alive, which leads me to fucking believe the Trump assassination attempt was also staged too. They obviously did that shit as a psyop to get our sympathy points and believe he's really a freedom fighter. Because think of it, all these like assassins that they caught, there's some nerdy ass kid is really in the rifles and really that good with them. I don't know, man. It doesn't make any sense. All we know is Democrat, Republican, right or left, they're all bought out by the twos. That's what we know. And if you say this shit, you're supposedly racist, you're supposedly subversive. Well, fuck that, dude. This is goddamn free speech, motherfucker. Where there's smoke, there's fucking fire, dude. And again, this one fucking Jewish bitch is telling me I'm a Nazi. How can I be a Nazi when you censor their shit so much that I can't even read or watch? I can't even read what the fuck they're saying of why they're so mad at you. Like, why would you censor that? If you don't have anything to hide, if you can debunk it, why would you censor it, dude? Just like I let these fuckers talk shit because I'm pro free speech. If you have a problem with somebody, don't be a bitch. Let them say their shit so that you know who your fucking enemies are. Because if you really believe in your cause, if you're really in the right, you let them open their mouth so you can go check them. So why aren't these fucking kikes allowing me to go fucking view what they were fucking saying? So how can I be a Nazi when I don't even know their fucking plight, dude? It's just a fucking assertion then, you stupid fuck. Where there's smoke, there's fire, and I'm hearing, like, we're dropping white phosphorus bombs on Arab schoolgirls. Like, it's horrific. It's a war crime. That's an objective fact. That's true. Jeffrey Epstein is a fucking Jew. That's an objective fucking fact, okay? Supposedly, like, Alex Jones and all these people are talking about how the bankers, he's not racist, he don't even use those languages. Supposedly all the big bankers of the world that we all trillions of dollars to, that fund wars and shit and make a profit off of it, right? They're, surprise, surprise, right? So there's all, and like the Bolsheviks, right? They're, right? Gaddafi got clapped because he doesn't have his country owing any money to the shit like that, right? So I hear a lot of hearsay. I'm not a professional. I don't have enough time to absorb all this information, but where there's smoke, there's fire. So all these people who keep getting censored, right? Instead of like facing them face to face and having a fucking debate, you just cut them off the internet. That's very suspicious. So all these people are saying the same things, right? There's footage of Jewish people spitting on Christians in Israel. That's an objective fact. the Talmud calls me and you goys that were like second-rate citizens that should be subjugated under them. That's an objective fact. You say you're a Christian, the Talmud says that Jesus is baking in shit in hell and his mom was a whore. That's an objective fact. Calling me a Nazi is an assertion, because I can't even know. You prevent me from even knowing what the fuck they were preaching. Second, I can't even find any speeches of Mr. Adolf where he's whatchamacallit, where it's like, subtitles. I can actually understand what the fuck he's saying. You can only find very vague, like very vague shit where he's not talking about his politics at all. He's not talking about his plight. Like, I've never tried to make an effort to buy the book Mein Kampf, okay? So calling me a Nazi is a fucking assertion. I can't even fucking, you won't even let me find and read for myself what the fuck they were saying. Why are you censoring that shit? So, I don't know. My biggest problem with that shit is two things. My friend from Romania, he doesn't like them. So I really like him. He's half what the fuck they are. That gives me a lot of attention to his credulity. So that's just an assumption, right? But then I have an affinity for the Virgin Mary. And if they're going to talk shit on the Virgin Mary unapologetically, then they just became my mortal enemy. I personally believe, I have a First Amendment right to say this, if Muslims are going to kill themselves to bomb shit and kill people, if we disrespect their pedophile fucking prophet Muhammad, I think Christians should have zeal, like fucking homicidal fucking zeal, for people who disrespect Jesus' mom. That's my opinion. I'm entitled to it. I have a First Amendment right to say that shit. It's an objective fact that these fucking Shylocks are desecrating statues and shit of Mary when they go and destroy Lebanon or some shit. That don't sit very well with me, dude. It just doesn't. So I appreciate the support. I see you. Thank you. I don't like that shit, dude. I really don't. I mean, I come from a background where my mom was really absent, and Catholicism like inspired me to get back into Christianity, because I think evangelical Protestantism is cringe, and like Catholicism and Orthodoxy is all like medieval and really cool, like, to me, and other stuff I can elaborate on. So just by default, I mean, I don't like to be told what to do by fucking chomo ass Epstein fucks that want to censor my constitutional rights, dude. I have an affinity with the paradigm and ideal of freedom that the American forefathers tried to give us, coupled with an affinity with Jesus' mom. So naturally, I'm just not gonna like those people. Like, and again, it's a religion, it's not a race, because none of these pieces of shit can trace their tribes back to Simeon and Reuben and Dan and Judah or Levi. None of them can trace their fucking lineage back. 'Cause how I know this is, this Orthodox monk named Brother Nathaniel, he was converted from Judaism to Orthodoxy, and I believe it, yeah, it is medieval as fuck, dude. You rock, bro. What was I gonna say? Yeah, Brother Nathaniel, he's an Orthodox monk who converted from Judaism. He got clapped off the internet real quick. And he says it's because Talmud-ass fucking people run the world, and it's politically incorrect, and they lobby whatever politician to get you. If I was more popular, my channel was bigger, dude, I'd get clapped off the internet too. And Netanyahu wants people like me fucking killed. I don't have any wife or kids. I have nothing to lose. I have a temperament where I can't let shit go. So I project it here. So, you know, just it's fucked up, dude. I'm not gonna sit there and lie down and let myself be told what the fuck to do by stupid ass fucks that want to like the I'm always saying freedom of speech is just as important as the blood of Christ, because how are you going to even get the gospel out if you don't have the right to talk about it? I'm using a religious example here, right? Of course, if you're a Christian, like, you know, Jesus is the most important thing. But think about it, dude. If you don't even have the right to propagate the gospel, if you don't have a right to speak up for yourself, how are you going to rally the troops? How are you going to convert other people? And yeah, it just boggles my fucking mind, dude. And in my opinion, don't we live in a day and age where Christians and Muslims don't need to fight anymore? Like, we can make money. They have oil. We have the petrodollar. Like, so all this shit about, oh, this is in Revelations and Gog versus Magog and no, everybody that I tell you to subscribe to, the Alex Joneses and all that, they're telling you this is engineered. This is all engineered, humanly engineered. We're on the verge of World War III, AI shit, the fucking apocalypse. That doesn't need to happen. These rich people are fucking us all. Excuse my language, but isn't it obvious the only problems the world has right now is fucking Zionism and Bill Gates. Bill Gates, the guy who has a hard-on to lower human population, and fucking Zionists, dude. Because we live in a day and age where all this technology, it's been proven, there's not billions of people on planet Earth, guys. Like, there's a popular video now of some dude, he like really investigated like every country's like population score, and then he calculated like, okay, we have this much land mass, right? Certain populations are like, it's been told you can fit like everybody who lives in the entire world like in like one state in the USA. Like, there's so much places in the globe that are uninhabited and everybody's condensed in metropolitan areas that it'd be impossible to have 8 billion people. He calculated there's like at least only 1 billion people. And for the globalists have this agenda to get rid of us, you know? It's all Luciferian shit. I know this is very vague assertions, but smarter people than me are telling you they calculated this shit, and I believe them, man. And the only problem we have in the world right now is fucking Zionism and fucking Bill Gates, dude. Like, God did his job. We have enough food. We have enough fucking sunshine. We have enough space. And they also point out that a lot of people, like in especially Western countries and shit, and in China too, they're not breeding enough, guys. We're not really having kids and shit. Hebrews 13:3. I'll try to look that up, man. So the apocalypse that we are on the verge of is all human engineered, guys. Hebrews 13:3. Let's see what homie here has to say. So Hebrews 13 commands Christians to empathize with and support persecuted believers. Yeah, that leads me to if MAGA and the Republicans are so Christian, that why do they care so much about the poor Jews? Why don't they care about the Syrian Orthodox Christians that are getting like, they had like clergy women or nuns and shit like that raped on the fucking altars and their churches burned down with them in it by the Muslims and shit? Why don't they care about, oh yeah, because Orthodox are Catholic and they're idolaters with their icons and they evade repetition prayers. They're not really Christian, guys. But oh, The Bible says, let's bless Abraham. You get a lottery ticket. It's stupid. It's stupid, dude. Hebrews 3:13. Okay, let's look at Bible Hub or something. Continue to remember those in prison as if you were together with them in prison, and those who are mistreated as you if yourselves are suffering. Yeah, God bless that, dude. That's why. And look at the MAGA fuckers, dude. They've all forgot about the Epstein list, dude. They don't shove that up Trump's ass enough, dude. Like, oh, we moved on to aliens in World War III. Yeah, you know, I mean, come on, dude. You guys want to hear something extremely sick? I've said this over and over, dude. This fucked my life up, dude. I hope it was not true. I was flipping through YouTube shorts, and they said one of the things that almost got redacted from the Epstein list but didn't was Epstein caught some kid praying to Jesus for help. So he told the next client that was going to go touch the kid to dress up like Jesus. There's a special place in hell for people like that, guys. Those are the guys really, I mean, dude, think about this shit, man. You're a normal man. I'm a normal man. And thank you. I appreciate the support. If you woke up tomorrow and someone's like, hey, here's $400 billion. If you fell into sin, it'd be with like full grown adult women, right? You would live like, I'm trying to use someone as an example. Like, you would live like a playboy rock star. You know, if you fell into sin, you're gonna like if I woke up tomorrow and I won the lottery, the first thing I'm gonna do is go to where my ex works with like a fucking lifted truck all buff as fuck and just like bitch slap her dude to the side and go, you come here. You know, she's like, right. Like that was like the first thing I would do. And then I'd have a polygamous marriage with her and her cousin, right? Why are aristocrats throughout all history, the Greco-Roman times, Caligula, what gets into these aristocrats' mind where they're like, you know, I can have any woman I want by force or by riches. I'm bored of that. I want to try kids. Who the fuck says that? That shit, God lets them exist so we can torture the shit out of them, do medical and weapons experiments on them, see how long they could go without food and shit. Like, he lets them fucking exist so that we can go and slay them, dude. Like, that's just my mentality. But just think about that, guys. If you had that much money, you would use it for good, and the evil that the vices you would probably fall into wouldn't be nowhere near as bad as the people we answer to, that we pay taxes to, guys. Like, to limit our rights, to tell us what to do, and to force COVID lockdowns and try to mandate us having a jab or an RFID chip. I don't like to be told what to do, especially by chomo fucks. It shows God and all the angels who the real cowards are. Yeah, man, it really does. It shows that, you know, who just lives for themselves and ignores this shit and doesn't even pray about it. Like, yeah, you know, it's just, it blows my mind, dude. You know, I've never, I mean, first it's like, oh, okay, these fuckers are trying to kill our constitutional rights. Oh, yeah, of course, the forefathers, but wait. Not only are they trying to kill our constitutional rights, but they bathe in kitty guts for stem cell immortality, and they have to put wieners on shit, and they're getting away with it. And it's like, what the fuck? It's almost unbelievable. Like all these conspiracy theorists and shit were right, dude. It just, and nobody's doing nothing of it, because I'm always saying, dude, evil's always going to be there, right? But we have people in our own country that don't give a shit. Like my trolls, like apathetic fuck, just, oh, I'm a couch potato and there's nothing we could do about it. There's something we could do about it, asshole. We have the Second Amendment. You have breath in your lungs and you have good health. There's something we could fucking, if we don't do anything about it, the quality of our life is just going to get worse and worse and worse. So I tried to make this video about cryptids and it turned political again. Fucking A. Fucking A. But I really appreciate your I don't know if you want me to give you a shout out, boss, but God bless you, man. I appreciate your input, man. The only thing that we could do is rise up and kill them, or at least pray about it, shit, bring awareness to it, you know. Like, I understand some people, you got to go to work, act professional. You can't show righteous indignation around, you know. There's a time to put down your sword and have happy family time. I get that, man. I really do. But here's some good channels to fucking watch, dude. You know what's really interesting, real quick? I was watching earlier, Professor Jiang, Jiang spelled Jiang, and he's on the show The Diary of a CEO. Hold on, real quick. So this guy, I think he's the smartest. Supposedly, this dude, Professor Jiang, he predicted 3 things that came to be. He predicted that Trump was going to win. He predicted that we're going to go to war with Iran. I can't remember if he made one more. I'm pretty sure he made one more that came to pass. And he's here on this show called The Diary of a CEO and at Predictive History. The Diary of, and then capital A CEO space, and at Predictive History, Professor Jiang, Professor Jiang, World War III is about to begin. Let me explain. He seems pretty fucking smart. He dissects this as like a chessboard, and everybody's best interests involved in this war. Guys, I mean, it's happening, dude. Occam's razor, dude. We're heading to World War fucking 3, guys, and like I'm like an entry level survivalist, tactical guy. I'm not trying to say I'm cool. I'm just admonishing my cool people. Like, make sure you drink potable water, right? Make sure, like, when you go to the grocery store, I would buy a couple extra cans of food every time you go there, and try to grow a garden. I'm not gonna get around to that. Remember that scurvy. Thank you for the support. Scurvy happens. You can't just live off of peanut butter and canned beans. You're gonna have to at least get some canned pineapples and shit, right? Like, I remember I bought this, like, it's like a fucking bottle of like lime juice, right? It doesn't make any sense. Bought a bottle of lime juice, like, for like, oh, anti-scurvy shit. I look at the label and it says it has like no vitamin C. I'm like, what the fuck? Okay, so like for example, Gatorade's supposed to be good for you, right? I read the label. It's like it has 1% total daily value of your needs for potassium. I'm like, how the fuck does this have electrolytes if you're drinking this much fluid and fucking sugar, and it says daily value 1% of your, like, you know what I mean? So I'm not a professional in this shit. I don't know if you could prevent scurvy just by buying vitamins. That's my idea. Like, I'm on the road, so my survival gear right now is basically cans of peanut butter and fucking and I buy vitamins. Like, I try to buy high quality vitamins. I do feel a difference that I've been taking vitamins, by the way, guys. It does make your metabolism higher or some shit. Professor Jiang, World War III is about to begin. Oh, and by the way, guys, if you're not a firearm owner yet, I'll save you a lot of fucking time. Right now, with the inflation and all that shit, I guarantee you Glock has to be like $700. I'll get to your comment. A Glock has to be like $700 or $800. A Mossberg Maverick 88 is probably $300. Inflation sucks so bad that less than 10 years ago, you could get Mossberg Maverick for like $190 at like a sporting goods store, right? California sucks. Our big five sporting goods stores, they made it so hard for them to sell firearms. Anyways, Mossberg Maverick 88 is the most cheapest, reliable gun you're gonna find. And don't get mini shells. Don't. There's a long story how to cycle mini shells properly. You need an adapter, yada yada yada. If you're gonna get into mini shells, you might as well buy Mossberg 590 or Benelli. Those are like $1,000. You don't want that. You might as well have got a Glock. Oh, and shotguns will never lose their place on the battlefield because they take down drones. Smoothbore, buckshot. Full choke, buckshot. For drones, I still get a smooth bore because I want to be able to have slugs. Somebody, my homie here, he says don't be using a bunch of baking soda to cause confusion, tremors, and arrhythmic heartbeats or whatever. Thanks for your input, boss. I keep hearing, I've never bought baking soda in my life. I don't, somebody told me to go get that shit, that it helps with muscle cramps. I've been taking magnesium for muscle cramps and I still got them. So that it didn't work all the way. So magnesium is a really big thing. One of the channels I tell you guys to subscribe to is We Are Change. He's cool, man. We Are Change is a really good channel, but it's kind of funny. Like I'm here. I don't want to get I don't care about monetization. I'm not selling you anything. But We Are Change. He'll be like, yeah, so the economy sucks. Everything's super expensive. By the way, buy our shit. I'm like, nobody has time for that, man. But I don't want to take away his game, you know. Okay, people that are way smarter than me, that you guys should subscribe to. Don't take my word for it. Jay Dyer is the best Christian apologist in the world. But if you're not Christian, he's as smart as Alex Jones. You just have to sift through his things and find esoteric Hollywood, conspiracy theory shit. Jay Dyer is one of the smartest people on this fucking planet, dude. Black Scout Survival, he's a real fucking man. What I like about Black Scout Survival and Jesse on Fire is you could tell they have passion about righteous shit. Alex Way is like the fucking coolest Zoomer I've ever seen on the internet. I have a lot of time to watch all this shit, guys. To at least find these things. Alex Way, his last name is spelled W-E-I. We Are Change. Scott Ritter seems very, very fucking knowledgeable, guys. I said Professor Yang already. Listen. Dude, Ted Nugent just made a channel, dude. He's a bad motherfucker, dude. Let's see. Tick History, he seems very brilliant, dude. Zoomer Historian and Tick History seems extremely smart. Redacted seems like a very trustable news source. Let's see, what else? Combat Veteran News, he seems pretty, he's really pro-Ukraine. But I like that he seems like a very genuine dude. I kind of trust him, man. I buy his strike gum, too. Sons of Liberty, I remember that seemed very badass. Trying to move on. Ryan Macbeth seems like he's a good dude. Zoomer Historian. For your legal shit, like a good lawyer, I don't think you guys smoke weed and drive, so I don't know if you need them. But for your Fourth and Fifth Amendment rights, Hampton Law, he seems like a really good dude. I fought a DUI and beat it back in like 2017, 2018. Um, the body language guy seems pretty interesting, but I think he's like a MAGA cuck. I don't know if he's changed his politics. Suburban Prepper seems like a really cool dude. And I bet there's more on this phone that you're watching me from. But yeah, all we could do is pray about this shit, guys. And I'm not expecting you to have hours and hours to watch my boring shit. My The World Is Over news. I dedicated a large part of it to debunking that. I don't. I'm talking like there's a lot of Protestants out there that are better people than me, better Christians than me. If you only have the Bible and you're trying to conform your will to God's written word as best as you know how, as of course you're a good person. What I'm talking about is the fucking evangelical fucking dipshits who they don't want to listen to reason. If you try to tell them that Zionism is debunked, if you try to tell them any common sense, they double down in their dumb shit. Because I've been showing that if you're going to really believe in the Christian paradigm, this whole idea that we only exist to kiss Israel's ass, it's only that is called dispensationalism. Dispensationalism is only 200 years old. The church, for the 2,000 years of its standing, never held a doctrine that there's going to be a literal, like a rapture, and then we're all cucking out to Israel and all their God's chosen people. Rather, Jesus predicted that the Jews, because they kept killing the prophets, and then they ultimately killed the Son of God, that God, Yahweh, was going to end their shit and give all their inheritance to the Gentiles, okay? And in 70 AD, Rome came and decimated their temple, just like Jesus said. Jesus didn't say, oh, it's 70 AD. He said something like, they were cucking out to the temple of Solomon, the second temple or whatever, and the dialogue with Jesus and the disciples or whatever, people are like, oh, look at how great that temple is. Isn't that cool, Jesus? And he goes, this generation isn't going to pass away before not one stone is going to be labeled on top of each other. In 70 AD, Rome came in and smashed that fucking temple. And throughout all of Christian history, the Jews were always instigating the government to kill Christians. And where was I going with this? I forgot. I was going to make a good, valuable point. I have dementia. Fuck, dude. Really, sorry if you're a Christian. I cuss a lot. I can't really help it. I'm a very belligerent late person. Okay, yeah. My spiel is so since 70 AD, the Jews never had like a homeland, right? They're always like gypsies roaming around. The evangelical Protestants are going to tell you that, oh, the last days, it predicts they get their country back, blah, blah, blah. That's out of my realm of knowledge. All I know is I show a lot of videos, which I should just like label them in the comments so you can go see them for yourself. You don't have to watch my hours and long shit. That dispensationalism is debunked. That supposedly we all exist to basically wipe their fucking ass, dude. And they have a monopoly on the promised land and shit. It's utter bullshit. My whole complaint, besides they said Mary's a whore and shit, is why can't the Jews be like Italian, Irish people or hardworking Mexicans? Why can't they just assimilate in the country that they're at, work fucking hard, and be conducive, productive citizens? Why do we owe them a whole fucking Palestinian state? Why do your sons and daughters have to go to the Middle East and get their arms and legs blown off and get burnt, like they look like mummies for the rest of their life, dude. You know, like I said this before. A friend named Sean, not the Sean I was talking about earlier. Sean survived like an RPG blast on a helicopter, and now a big old metal rod is holding his spine. His wife left him, and he doubles down and believes in the American government, that he was there for a good cause, that he didn't lose his friends over nothing. It's like, hey, bro, like, I'm not trying to kill your mood or make you depressed even more. Like, use your experience to preach against the government that sent you to go get fucking killed, dude. Don't stop fighting for your country. Like, now that you're like, you got fooled into fighting for a government. Now you can really fight for your country by using your authority and your experience to admonish others to not repeat this mistake by sending your sons and daughters to the Middle East to go fucking die for Israel, a country that spits on Christians. And in the Talmud it says you're a goy and you are created underneath them, dude. It's really cuck, dude. So these evangelical Zionists are cucks, dude. And they're trying to get the rest of us to be fucking cucks, dude. I'm pretty mad about that shit. That's why I'm here I'm a kind of person that can't let shit go. You see that when people talk shit, I have to waste time. Sorry, I skipped your comments. Electrolytes, get soap too because dysentery. Right, man. We need a lot of shit as humans, right? Fuck, dude. So my homie here is trying to remind you guys, don't spend too much money on baking soda. Don't get dysentery and shit. Make sure you're washing your ass, you know. We're gonna be fighting over toilet paper pretty soon again over the hantavirus, you know. It's fucking stupid, dude. It really is. I'm the kind of person that's very vindictive. So when these fuckers are trying to tell me what to do, and dude, you know, since COVID, man, like before COVID, the world was awesome. Like, okay, so I live on the road, right? And fucking, the main gym I go to was open till midnight. It's not. It closes at 2200 hours now. Before COVID, if you had to stop and take a shit or a piss, you could stop at a regular restaurant, just use the fucking restroom. Now that shit is always locked. It's always supposedly out of order, or you need a restroom code to get in there. So you need to be a paying customer. You need to stand in line and buy a huge ass latte to get the restroom code to use the restroom. And dude, so I guess I'm bitching, whatever. Like, I was born in Ohio. I was raised in San Bernardino. I'm from the grunge era, aka to Southern California standards, I look like shit. I don't care. I mean, my job, my bosses, they trip on me because I'm so like fucking for lack of a better word, let's conflate ghetto fabulous with white trash, okay? And that's just how I roll. I don't know any other way. And a lot of our other employees, they have fly cars, man, like Dodge Chargers, nice Honda Accords. They're always looking like pimp, right? I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and like, oh, but they don't know outdoorsy shit. It's a different world, dude. Like, I dress and I care about outdoor shit, exercise shit, blue collar shit, right? So I'm always dressed to sweat and to get dirty, dude. And it makes me get mistaken for a fucking vagrant. I go to Starbucks, I buy 3 fucking drinks to show I'm not loitering. I go ask for the fucking restroom code to go piss. I never committed a crime. I'm an American fucking citizen in a supposed free fucking country, and the fat bitch is reluctant to give me the fucking restroom code. What the fuck? There's this donut shop I can't go to anymore because we got in an argument. Because I'm a gringo, and this little short fat bitch doesn't like me. She doesn't want me to use the restroom, even though I've been going to that stupid piece of shit place since I was age 12, guys. This is the world we're coming to, guys. I don't give a fuck if this cameras can hear me, guys. The city that I'm in, right? There's so many fucking aerospace factories and shit like that, right? Well, guess what, man? Like, the only white people that live in Southern California, it's because usually, I mean, unless they're on some kind of like welfare and they live in a trailer and they don't mind when flies land on their face somewhere in Hemet, California. Most of these people, the gringos that are doing good, is because their dad owns some kind of business or they have some badass blue collar skill like auto mechanics, welding. They're not. Me being a fucking regular Joe Blow American, when I'm on Craigslist swiping and swiping and swiping, everything is in Spanish. You need to speak Spanish. Spanish. You need to speak Spanish. Wherever I go, like a fucking restaurant or something, I almost don't want to talk because they're gonna go, "Oh, this fucker's a pinche güero," and I get shitty customer service, dude. It's in my own fucking country. But who was it, Andrew Jackson or something? He said something like, if you don't grow balls and do some shit about this, your children are gonna wake up homeless on the continent that their ancestors fucking conquered. Like, people just fucking got about this shit. And I'm here admonishing you motherfuckers that this shit is really fucking happening. You don't have to give a fuck about me. I'm just telling you, dude, that once this shit starts permeating in your home state, good luck. Good fucking luck. Because when you try to complain to the manager, when you try to get your rights or whatever, you fight for it. No one's gonna listen, dude. No, that fucking stupid donut shop. I tried to contact corporate or write a bad review. Like, what the fuck, dude? I'm a really good I'm a patron of this fucking restaurant since I was age 12. They don't fucking care, dude. They're all friends. Like, it makes me sound racist and shit, dude. Like, whatever. What the fuck ever, dude. I'm telling you, dude. I don't have any fucking badass job skills, dude. Swiping, everything. You have to speak Spanish. I'm a fucking pinche gringo. Go get fucked. Go die somewhere else. I'm telling you, dude. So, like, I'm admonishing you guys. Whoever Biden led in this country, the Haitians eating cats and dogs in Ohio or whatever, once these fuckers become the majority workforce, your sons and daughters are not getting a raise, or they're not getting a job, or when you get shitty customer service, you try to complain to something, no one gives a fuck. So don't be so politically correct, dude. It's a like I said, dude. I'm starting to believe that it really is a kike fucking conspiracy to get the white man to stop fucking breeding. And I'm saying this shit out loud in the most politically fucking correct place in the fucking world, dude. Like, I'm putting myself out there at fucking risk, dude. Like, what the fuck do I have to gain? Why would I be taking this kind of fucking risk if I didn't believe in this shit? If it wasn't real, dude? I could just be talking about stupid shit, dude. I could be showing off. I could punch a bag really fucking hard. Like, if I wasn't trying to, why would I incriminate myself, risk losing my job, saying this shit out loud in the most politically fucking correct place in the fucking goddamn world, dude? So I'm just fucking trying to tell somebody, dude. Because I'm a kind of person that can't let shit go, dude. God damn, man. I swear to God, dude. What really gets me fucking pissed off is how apathetic. I'm not saying you guys that are listening and you're having an open mind, God bless you. Like, trolls, most people that only give a fuck about getting through their 9 to 5 that come home and do Netflix and chill, do whatever their fat wife tells them, or fucking jack off and go to sleep. These these apathetic fucking scumbags become the fucking majority, we're all fucked. Because no one gives a shit what Old Hickory says. No one gives a shit what Ben Franklin was trying to tell us, dude. Only us. Only us, dude. And I mean, man, I'm more proud of my mom's side of the family. They're Appalachian people. My dad's side of the family, I don't want to disclose what the fuck he is and shit. He's kind of a douche. But his family survived fucking communism, dude. A lot of people, my friend Isaac, half Ashkenazi, whatever the fuck, dude. Everybody I've ever gotten along with comes from a background where they escaped communism. I come to this country where people are indigenously born here, probably have ancestors that bled the grounds of, fucking people who fought off King George. And they live just to absorb fiction and sports and to always watch a fucking screen, eat junk food, go to sleep, and do it again. And you don't give a like, this is the kind of shit that Ben Franklin warned about. He's like, if you don't give a fuck about, he said if you give up your freedom for security, you don't deserve both. But they're basically saying, if you don't fight for your freedoms, if you don't acknowledge that the government is always going to try to slip the tip in you, remember, he said, time to time, the tree of liberty is always going to have to be refreshed with the blood of patriots and tyrants, okay? Like, he didn't say that's going to happen once. He didn't mean that's going to happen in a distant future. I don't understand why there's so lack of people passionate about their own fucking freedom, dude. I really don't. And if you believe in God, in the Bible and stuff, the people who are apathetic to this shit, oh, I don't want to take a side, I just want to fly under the radar. Well, it pretty much says in these apocalyptic books that are obviously coming to pass that the spiritual powers that be, call it God, Satan, call it God a dick, they're going to make your neutral ass care, because there's going to be so much economic turmoil that going on in the world that it's going to affect everybody, dude. We're in the same fucking boat together. How do you like $100 to fill up your gas tank, guys? How do you like, I bought 2 cups of coffee today. They were about $3.50. You know that gasoline in California, like I'm looking at billboard signs, it was like $6.55 a gallon, dude. Fuck. All because of poor little old Israel, God's chosen people. Professor Jiang, the guy I was telling you guys to watch, he says it's a little bit more complicated than that. He says something like Trump thought that he was going to steamroll Iran like Venezuela. And he talks about not only are they tough-ass people, but it's impossible. That how he explains the topography of why that was so much easier to do to Iraq, and it's impossible to do to Iran. And Iran is forcing the rest of the world to care by closing that, the Canal of Hormuz or whatever. It's forcing us, that's making America the bad guy, dude. And that BRICS, Brazil, Russia, India, China, or something like that, they're all going to get together and they're going to find out how to get off the American dollar. And that's our ass, dude. That's our fucking ass. And then I think it was Professor Jiang talking about Trump might be trying to collapse the economy on purpose to get America out of a $39 trillion, guys. That's an incomprehensible number. Like, I would Google it, whatever. I'd be like, how many stars are in the Milky Way galaxy, dude? It's like 39 trillion is like how much fucking goddamn stars there are. Like, in the fucking, like, the Milky Way galaxy probably doesn't even have 39 trillion fucking stars, dude. That's an incomprehensible fucking number, guys. And he might be trying to collapse the economy on purpose to resurrect a global digital currency that's contingent upon your political correctness, your allegiance to fucking Israel, dude. So a person like me has to violate their conscience to live, dude. The people who tell me that Mary was a whore, and that we, us goys, need to send our sons and daughters to go get their arms and legs blown off for poor little Israel, dude. That shit's pissing me off, man. I don't know. They have like JFK got clapped because he said some shit. He's like, we are not going to eradicate the other indigenous populace of Palestine who's been living there for thousands of years just for Israel. And look, he got killed. Like, I paraphrase whatever he said, but he was like, he basically said, like, why are we going to vacate everybody else there? Christians, Jews, Muslims. Why are we going to tell them, hey, you need to just up and fucking leave? All for the little old Jews. And they've been there for thousands of years because John Nelson Darby, the guy who created dispensationalism, is only a 200-year-old theory, convinced these evangelical Protestants that don't even want to challenge their own beliefs and listen to the other side trying to debunk their shit, that theory that we exist just to wipe Israel's ass, it's 200 years old for some douchebag named John Nelson Darby. So you're gonna trust John Nelson Darby, some bitch ass that lived only 200 years ago. You're gonna trust him more than the Apostle Paul, who called them the synagogue of Satan, right? You're gonna undermine, like, okay, so for thousands of years of Christian history, like Saint Maximus the Confessor, Saint Irenaeus of Lyon or whatever. I don't know if Saint Irenaeus got killed, but there's all these Christian saints that were preaching for the things we believe, the two natures of Jesus, the Trinity. Saint Maximus the Confessor got his tongue cut out and his hand cut off. Talk about cancel culture, right? Like, so all these saints back in the day who never said we exist to wipe Israel's ass, who got fed the lions, they got skinned alive, they got burned in oil, they got crucified, they got fucking killed, right? So all of a sudden, because we have a King James Bible, and we're the generation that's going to get raptured. So all these other saints that we borrow the dogmas from, oh, the Trinity, oh, Jesus is also God, right? So they got tortured and killed and mutilated for their faith. And here we are as fucking couch potatoes, like, oh, I ate Jell-O off my wife's butt. Let's go to fucking church tomorrow and take communion. Oh, look at Lazarus the leper there. Let's not help him as we go venerate Saint Ronald McDonald after church. So Netflix and chill and fucking sports and oh yeah, whatever. Rub-a-dub-dub. Thanks for the grub, Jesus. Like, okay, so we're Western Christians. We're spoiled as fuck. We don't care that the Muslims are killing and raping nuns and shit, right? We only care about the Jews, right? We don't. That does the killing of Syrian Orthodox Christians and shit doesn't make it to Fox News. Fuck them, they're Catholics, right? We only care about Israel, who spits on Protestant Christians over there too. So we live with all these creature comforts with our fucking sola fide, that means faith alone fucking shit. And all of a sudden, John Nelson Darby found out that the Bible says there's going to be this holy rapture. We're going to be vacated from the earth before it goes to shit. And you get a magic lottery ticket blessing for kissing Israel's ass. Like, and if you try to talk sense in these fuckers, if you try to direct them to smarter people like me that claim they can debunk this bullshit, not only are they not going to argue, not only are they not going to study it, not only are they not going to challenge their own belief system, they're going to double down in their fucking dumbass shit and make us die or suffer for a demographic of people far the fuck away, who spit on Christians, call us goys and dogs. The idiocy is appalling, and it's caustic to me, dude. Cause I'm sorry I ramble a lot, okay? I was born in the late 20th century during what's called the Satanic Panic of the late 20th century, which was basically censorship versus freedom of expression. Tipper Gore and Al Gore, whatever, and PMRC or whatever against Blackie Lawless of Wasp and Twisted Sisters, Dee Snider, right? Trying to censor heavy metal, right? And I'll concede, as in a Christian paradigm, I personally think that God has allowed such decay to our country because in the 20th century, we tried to conflate sex, drugs, and rock and roll with our constitutional freedoms, right? That's arguable, right? So maybe God is not even listening to it. We're suffering the consequences of conflating the right to express, the freedom of expression, and the right to individuality and stuff like that, pursuit of happiness, with sex, drugs, and rock and roll. That's probably why God is allowing all this shit to happen. That's my theory. But nonetheless, growing up evangelical Protestant before my parents like split up and died and stuff, it was so fucking weird, dude. Like, you go to church, like, I'm like, fuck, I'm going to hell because I don't want to participate in this. Assemble the Lord Jesus. All that televangelist stupid fucking shit, dude. And like, oh, drinking one beer is bad. Like, oh, liking chicks is bad. Oh, liking rock and roll is bad. Being a boy is fucking bad. Wanting to play with toy guns and go outside and fucking be rambunctious and shit. Like, oh, no. Like, I grew up in a time where religion was conflated with killing all your fun. That, like, oh, you're having too much fun, Johnny. You need to come in and say your prayers or do boring shit. I'm not saying that doesn't exist in the Catholic world either, but it was just fucking, it influenced my generation to party harder, guys. Like, especially when the documentary Zeitgeist came out that supposedly proved atheism. I remember my friends, after they watched that documentary, they started becoming shit stains, dude. Like, I can't even talk about it. It's a family setting right now, dude. Like, god damn, did they become evil, dude. It just gave everybody a license to be even more douchebags, dude. But evangelical Protestantism is, you see that shit, dude. Like, like there's this chick, she's like, I speak blah blah blah, and give me your money, and like she's speaking in tongues. You guys want to know where Pentecost, what that shit was? Okay, so what I read and what Orthodoxy says and all that. If you believe in the Bible, I respect if you don't. During Pentecost, when the Holy Spirit fell in Jerusalem, what happened was that everybody who was listening to the gospel, they magically heard it in their own language. Because around Jerusalem or Palestine, where Christianity was being developed before it basically settled in Greece and Rome and stuff, the Byzantine Empire and all that, people magically heard it in their own language. And people around that time and region, they all spoke, like, if you're sophisticated, you knew Latin. But if you're a regular person, a commoner, you more likely in that area spoke Aramaic. And if you were really educated and shit, you spoke Greek, Aramaic, and Latin. So people who only spoke Aramaic, they also, people who spoke Latin, they heard the gospel in their own language coming from people who only spoke Aramaic. And people who spoke Greek magically heard the gospel in their native language, even though it was coming from someone who only spoke Aramaic. That's all that speaking in tongues is. It's stupid, dude. I remember being in Protestant church, and someone's like, oh, and then some other person has the gift of interpretation. It's LARPing. It's stupid. It's facetious. It turned my generation into fucking atheists. And now they're turning us into cannon fodder and fucking pawns and tools for some stupid fucking demographic that got St. Paul killed, oppressed all the fucking real Christians, is making you pay too much at the fucking gas pump, making food expensive as shit, that cause Christians and Gentiles goys, that says Mother Mary's a whore, that Jesus is burning and shit in hell, and that we're uncircumcised fucking dogs that are created underneath them, and they spit on Christians, dude. The very people that they need to survive, the very people that gave them their stupid fucking country back, the very people that helped the Muslims not just go in there and fuck them all up, dude. The people who gave them Glocks and fucking goddamn drones to fucking drop white phosphorus bombs on Arab schoolgirls, and they're trying to censor our fucking rights. They're using us as a tool, and because they have our politicians under the gun with the Epstein list shit and all the money we fucking owe something, right? They get to dictate the propaganda. They get to dictate our fucking oil prices. All that fucking trouble, dude, for them, dude. Our veterans coming home with PTSD and shit, missing half their fucking body. Like, oh man, now the government gave you a VA VIP pass, and like, oh man, now you're a stump. Like, he has one hook for an arm, you know, he's missing both his legs, right? He can't wipe his ass for the rest of his life. But Uncle Sam gave him a free motor cart and a VA VIP pass, right? And all that shit for an ungrateful populace that we owe all of Palestine to, our kids' blood, our fucking all our money that we can't. I haven't eaten a steak in fucking months because gas is so expensive. All for a fucking piece of shit, ungrateful fucking people who call us goyim. So, I'm not saying I'm pro fascist Germany. It just makes me interested. What the fuck were they trying to say? I can't know because it's censored. Why would you censor that? If you're such in the right, if you're such, like, you could debunk it, you're the good guy, why can't I even find out what the fuck they're about, dude? Like, it's the same shit with them hiding the Epstein files, dude. It's the same shit. I'm not saying Mr. Adolf's a good guy. I'm not a socialist, dude. You know, fuck, dude. I'm not saying that we need to round up all the gypsies and homos and all that shit and put them in the same camp. I'm not saying that shit. I'm not saying they didn't go really extreme. I just want to know what the fuck they were talking about, and I can't. So this Jewish bitch calling me a Nazi is like, I don't even know what the fuck they said because of you fuckers, dude. You censor fucking everything. I gotta go, guys. I gotta go. My phone battery's gonna die. I need to show presence and go on patrols or some shit, you guys. I hope they didn't listen to my conversation. You guys see how much I give a shit about this, dude? If I didn't have all this fucking time to spend all night long researching this shit, I'm a lay person. I can only tell you what channels I've been watching, okay? I'm saying this shit in the most politically correct fucking place in the world with cameras that have fucking audio and shit, guys. While my trolls are talking shit. Like, what? I'm not trying to put myself up here, dude. What balls do they have? What the fuck do they stand for, guys? I just really give a shit. I really give a shit, guys. Coming to a town near you, political correctness, and fucking everything all the dystopian shit I was talking about. God bless you guys. God bless. Good morning.